we had trouble picking out our wedding song, you know, like the first song you dance to when you get married. And I talked to a few people about it. I thought this was so weird. A couple people were like, hey, man, be careful, because if you get a divorce, you can't listen to your wedding song anymore. And it's like, yeah, that's the issue. She wants full custody of the kids. She is taking the 2015 Toyota RAV4. And she no longer loves me, but that's not even the worst part. I can't listen to a specific song without getting sad. The problem would not be that I can't listen to Stand By Me anymore. The problem would be that she did not stand by me anymore. Somebody said all over there. It's a joke. You don't have to feel... You haven't been talking to my wife, have you? How is she? Been married for 2.5 years, which is, you know, enough time. I'm glad I'm out of that initial phase, because when you first get married, it feels like every day someone's like, does it feel any different? Does it feel any different? And it's like, hey, it's none of your business how my wife's vagina feels. Vagina feels. Sorry. I think the microphone cut out at the punchline. I'm sorry. Things are a little different in the vagina department because my wife is pregnant, and thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. Are you guys on a 5-second delay? What's going on here? I like you guys, you're a weird crowd, and it's nice. But yeah, she's in her third trimester, she's a big girl, and our baby's in the 89th percentile. It's crazy. It's a big baby. Third trimester is what it is. Second trimester is nothing. That first trimester is tough, man, because the woman's nauseous all the time, exhausted, emotional, and on top of all that, the woman's boobs get really big. But they get sore, so they hurt too much to play with. Upper West Side, I don't think we're talking about this enough. You just have these massive honkers staring at you, but you can't honk them. It's like having one of those Tesla Cybertrucks and you lost the keycard fob. Keycard fob. But I'm trying to mature as a comedian despite everything I've said so far. And something that I used to do that I'm not doing anymore, and not you guys are a very nice crowd, I appreciate it, but something I used to do is if like a white lady specifically is like talking or heckling during a show, sometimes I used to be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And I did that because I started at a black comedy club in Philadelphia, and early in my career I did that, and it got a gigantic black laugh. And I've been chasing that feeling ever since. Because listen, it's nice when you honkies laugh, but let me tell you something. There is nothing like when a room full of black people are all laughing at the same time. Sister, am I right? Can I get an amen? Black guy in the back, hallelujah. But what's up? No, I don't want you to be mad at me at all. Again, I only disrespect white women, no black queens. I would never, in February of all months, do such a thing. I was just wondering what you said. But yeah, trying not to do it anymore, you know? But it's hard, because to be honest, sometimes a bitch needs to shut the fuck up. But none of you lovely white queens, you're all very beautiful. We're having a boy, and what I realized about having a boy is it's hard to pick a name for a boy, because any name you think of, there's an example of a bad man. Jeffrey Epstein, Jerry Sandusky, John Wilkes Booth, Joseph Stalin, Adolf. I can't think of it. It'll come to me. Ryan Seacrest, Jared from Subway, Richard Nixon, Donald Duck, Aaron Hernandez, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. Nobody watches football here. Then there's men names that are like literal monsters. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, King Kong, Godzilla, Kris Jenner. Can't even do letters anymore, man. R. Kelly. P. Diddy. OJ. You look like the woman he murdered. She was beautiful, by the way. Allegedly. Rest in peace. I just feel like I'm gonna have to name my son a hand gesture at this point. Like, go to bed. Don't sass your mother. I love you, boy. I'm so proud of you. I want to be a good dad. I think it's important to look at good examples and bad examples. So I've been watching a lot of Maury Show paternity tests on TikTok. If anybody's not from this country, there's a show called The Maury Show. It was hosted by a man named Maury Povich, and women would come on and claim that a man was the father of their baby, and the man would be like, no, I'm not. And a lot of the time, these bitches were lying. But the show's been over for a couple of years now, and it's on little clips on TikTok, and I just feel bad for like the little kid who's scrolling Maury TikTok and finds out that their mom was a whore or their dad didn't want them. It's messed up, but it is a very easy way to get a kid off social media. Seeing a baby picture of yourself and hear you are not the father. Then you see some guy who works at a gas station do the worm because he's so happy he doesn't have to love and provide for you. Your mom runs backstage crying, get that camera out of my face. It's a dark joke. I think it deserved a little more than you gave it. But I relate to the bastard children of Maury because my father passed away this past summer, and he outlived OJ, so that was nice. That's all I ever wanted. No, comedians, we do this thing where we try to make things that are not funny, funny. And when my dad died, I realized comedians are really bad at condolences. Like, on Instagram, one comedian said, sorry for your lose. Like my dad was a playoff game. That's just a grammatical error, though. On Facebook, somebody said, that's the thing about dads. They be dying. That's so bad it's good, folks. He women'd be shopping my father's death. Remember that old joke, women be shopping? Now women be ordering online and make you take it back to the UPS store. I have a gay dentist because I have good health insurance. And he's a good dentist, man. I have a gay dentist, good health insurance, caught up. He's a good dentist. He's a bit Nathan Lane-ish at times. I was getting a cavity filled recently. I have a low pain tolerance. And I was like, can you please be gentle? And he was like, I haven't heard that one in a while. Doc, I think we're talking about the wrong cavity to fill here. Maybe give me a little Novocaine before you start hitting me with these double entendres. Loosen me up a little bit, baby. This is not what I meant when I said I wanted an anal dentist. Anal dentist. Speaking of gay, I miss the Olympics. My favorite was the synchronized diving. Man, the simultaneous conformity and conjunction in such a contemporaneous order. Breathtaking, man. It made me think it'd be a real shame if those synchronized divers weren't gay together. I feel like they'd figure out a way to bang each other in the butt at the same exact time. And if you do it in unison, it's not even gay. Just ask my dentist. That's the best that joke's ever gone. Which was not even that good, but that joke's for me. Anyway. Anybody have a crippling gambling addiction in here? I feel like one girl went, woo. What do you bet on, Honey the Ponies? No. We do casino shows, comedians, sometimes. I hate doing casino shows because I'll do the show and then I'll go to the casino and I'll lose all the money I made from the show. I did that recently. I went with a couple of my comedian friends. We went to the roulette table. I lost a couple $100. My friend won $2,100. And he took us out to like a fancy restaurant afterward. He was like, get whatever you want. So I ordered $300. And delicious. All right. Anybody excited for the Super Bowl? Yeah. It's electric in here. I can feel it with that. I do. I love football, man. I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm excited. They're mentally ill people. Wait, who are you a fan of? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Call back, remember? I'm just kidding. You're a nice woman. I apologize. I watch all sports, though. My biggest takeaway from watching everything, no matter what sport it is, all referees suck. And the reason they suck is they get calls wrong all the time, and they never admit when they're wrong. They're incapable of admitting when they make a mistake. That's why I'm saying this as a genuine compliment to them. I think trans people would be really good referees because they know better than most. Sometimes mistakes get made. They do what it takes to change an initial result. If it's wrong, trans people have courage. I need my referees to have balls. And if they don't want their balls, I want them to get rid of their balls, which, let's admit, takes the most balls. I would like to point out that this joke was pro-trans people, and if you didn't laugh at it, you're a bigot. But anti-ref, pro-trans. I feel like we're at a slumber party right now. Just the energy in here right now. I feel like somebody's gonna hit me with a pillow right now. But speaking of balls, tennis has AI line judges to determine if the ball's in or not, which takes away human error and is probably a better idea than forcing trans people to dress like they work at Foot Locker. But I love tennis, man. Tennis is a weird and fancy sport. Tennis gives off the vibe that the British won the Revolutionary War. The ball boys and ball girls, far too submissive, very eager to please. They run to the ball as fast as they can. They get back to their spot. They get on their knees. They put their head down in shame, like they're a gimp. Plus, all the attractive male tennis players make you question your sexuality. Anyway, that's enough about tennis. School shootings. I'm against it, everybody. I think we should do something about gun control in this country. Smartphones did this thing where they took away the gun emoji on phones and they replaced it with a water pistol emoji, which is nice, but you can still get a real gun. It's nice that we have gun emoji control. Here's my solution to school shootings. I think we should bring back bullying. Couple people. It's a divided country. Look like you're gonna shoot me there for a second. I think we should bring back bullying. I said it to my friend, and he was like, "No, that's why school shootings happen." And I'm like, "Nah, 2020s bullying is why school shootings happen. We have to bring back 1980s bullying. We have to fuck these kids up. So if they get a gun, they shoot themselves instead of innocent children." Whose side are you people on? These school shooters have far too much self-confidence. Nothing a wedgie wouldn't fix. Can't shoot up a school if you're crammed in a locker, folks. That joke's funny when somebody in the back was like, honestly, when people hard agree with the joke, I change my mind. Yeah, we should. It's comedy. I went to my wife's cousin's wedding recently. My wife is a woman. And We were slow dancing at her cousin's wedding. We had a couple of drinks in us. We were tastefully kissing because it was a family function. And I started to get aroused. And in that very moment, her dad cut in. Yeah, took my wife away from me and told me to dance with his wife, who was standing right next to me, meaning I had to slow dance with my mother-in-law on the precipice of an erection. So for the rest of that song and dance, my penis stayed in some strange limbo, intersecting between parallel and perpendicular for the remaining 2 minutes and 12 seconds of unchained melody. And let me tell you something, when you're in that situation, time goes by so slowly. But it is not righteous, brother. You see, a penis is supposed to be either soft or hard. It's not supposed to be frozen with fear, trapped between heaven and hell as you dance with your wife's mother. I agree, it's kind of the whole point of the joke. As an epilogue to this awful tale, I found out the next day that my mother-in-law had COVID. Yeah, and I didn't get it, even though I was dancing with this bitch like I was at the prom with her. And it made me think that perhaps the preventative method to not get COVID is to have a confused semi. Which is good to know, you know, if the rates go back up again. Like, hey, you gonna start wearing a mask again? No, I'm just gonna watch some men's tennis and head out. What'd you ask me? Did someone ask me a question?
I asked if the song is ruined.
Nah, it's still a beautiful song. And it made me write a good joke. I will say this, sometimes I try not to say bitch at the end, like call my mother-in-law a bitch. Like sometimes I'll say broad, like dancing with this broad, but it's not as funny. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm in Super Bowl mode, man. I'm fucking tapped in. Fuck the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is a goddamn cheater. Andy Reid is a fat piece of shit. He is a good comedic actor, and that annoys me that he's a better comedic actor than me, and I am a professional comedian. Taylor Swift, it's on site, bitch. And do you like Taylor Swift?
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyone not like her? All right. Yo, whether you like her or are wrong, hiss. No. I hate her for the next couple of days, but she is a talented artist. And much like many talented artists, she's very dramatic. As an example, Taylor Swift went out with the actor Jake Gyllenhaal for 3 months and wrote a 10-minute song about it. To put that into perspective, Tina Turner got beat up by Ike Turner before, during, and after the Civil Rights Movement. And she does not have one 10-minute song about Ike Turner. What's love got to do with it is 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Concise. I posted that joke on Instagram, and I've gotten several death threats. From teenage white women and gay Indian men, for some reason. It's not really how I wanted to get off stage. I think we had a nice time, and you look like Tina Turner, so it's extra fucked up, which is a beautiful woman. I'm gonna go roll down the river. And I really did love you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of the show. My name's Tom Cassidy. Keep going for this time.